Welcome to Dreaming Cosmos, where the stars above become your quiet nighttime chorus. Tonight, we wander through 100 gentle facts about the stars, each one a soft whisper against the ceiling of the universe. Some of these stars are giants that burst into life 10 billion years ago, while others are mere infants, only a few million years young. The Milky Way alone holds more than 100 billion of them, stretching across 100,000 light-years like a slow breath across time. There is a star named UY Scuti, so vast it could hold more than 1,700 suns inside. Think about that fiery sphere floating in your daytime sky. Then imagine 1,000 of them tucked quietly into a single glowing lantern. If you enjoy these gentle science journeys, I invite you to like and subscribe, or share a favorite fact in the comments. It helps others find their way here too, one sleepy soul at a time. For now, there's nothing you need to do but rest. Settle in, breathe deeply, and let's begin. Fact 1. Stars are not scattered randomly across the sky, but rather they gather in galaxies, much like old friends forming ancient constellations. Our own galaxy, the Milky Way, spins slowly through space at about 130 miles per second, completing one graceful rotation every 225 million years. That means the last time Earth was in this same spot in the galaxy, the supercontinent Pangaea was just beginning to drift apart, and dinosaurs had yet to roam. Stars moved too, carried along like glowing leaves on a galactic breeze. Some trek through space at hundreds of thousands of miles per hour, while others stay snug in their clusters, cosmic families bound by gravity and time. Fact 2. Stars are born in vast clouds of dust and gas called nebulas, celestial nurseries where time moves slowly and light takes its first gentle breath. One of the most famous is the Orion Nebula, nearly 1,344 light-years away, where young stars flicker into being like candles kindling in a cathedral of mist. Inside these clouds, gravity weaves a careful spell, drawing particles closer and closer until the heat rises and fusion begins. That is the true birth of a star, a quiet ignition that can take millions of years to unfold. From a wisp of dust to a burning sun, each star begins with this slow, soft gathering, a lullaby of pressure and light played across centuries. Fact 3. Most stars twinkle, not because they flicker themselves, but because Earth's atmosphere dances between us and their light, rippling the view like a pebble tossed into still water. The scientific name for this twinkling is stellar scintillation. But not all lights in the sky waver. Planets, closer and steadier, shine with a calm, steady glow. Astronomers can even tell a planet from a star just by how softly or sharply the light changes. In the high desert or deep in remote forests, far from artificial lights, the stars above shimmer more vividly, and the night becomes a living tapestry woven from ancient photons that have traveled hundreds or thousands of years, only to touch your eyes in an instant. Fact 4. The color of a star whispers secrets about its temperature and age. Cooler stars, like Betelgeuse in Orion's shoulder, glow with a soft, reddish hue, their surfaces simmering at around 3,500 degrees Celsius. Hotter stars, such as Rigel, burn a piercing blue-white, reaching surface temperatures above 11,000 degrees Celsius. In between lie our golden yellow stars, like the sun, subtle in tone yet powerful in energy. This spectrum of color is not only beautiful but also a map for astronomers, a cosmic rainbow that tells who is young and fervent, who is old and fading, and who has only just begun to shine. Imagine a sky painted with all these colors, each dot a different warmth, a different beginning or end, glowing patiently above our turning world. Fact 5. Some stars are part of binary systems, dancing in pairs as they orbit a shared center of gravity. In these quiet cosmic waltzes, one star may be slightly dimmer, the other brighter. their gravity pulling at one another with silent devotion. Over time, these twin stars can exchange matter, creating delicate streams of gas that spiral like silky ribbons from one to the other. Among these pairs, some grow so close that they become inseparable, their light blending into one gentle shimmer when seen from Earth. Others drift further apart in their orbit, yet remain eternally bound. These celestial duets remind us that not all stars travel alone. Some shine brighter when they move together, locked in an endless embrace amid the deep and silent dark. Fact 6. Deep in the sky lurk stars that pulse, not unlike a slow and steady heartbeat. These are variable stars, whose brightness shifts over time, sometimes over days, sometimes across years. One of the most studied is Delta Cephei, a pulsating beacon 887 light-years away. Its rhythmic glow helped astronomers measure distances across the cosmos, like echoing footsteps in a great dark hall. Each change in light is a signature, a breath in and out, shaped by the star's expansion and contraction. To us, the pulse feels silent, but across space, it's a steady rhythm, reminding us that even stars have their own gentle tempos, ticking out cosmic time in luminous waves. Fact 7. Some stars are ancient relics, survivors from the dawn of the universe. One such star, known as SMSS J031300.36-670839.3, is believed to be over 13.6 billion years old, formed shortly after the first galaxies began to whisper into existence. This star is so old, it contains almost no heavy elements, born from a time before elements like carbon and iron were common. These primordial stars are like fossils in the cosmic record, holding secrets from those earliest, silent moments after the Big Bang. Their faint glow is not just light, but history, still drifting outwards through space, like messages in a bottle from the edge of time. In their presence, the universe feels older, slower, and quietly eternal. Fact 8. Some stars are destined to end their lives in dramatic brilliance, vanishing in a final act known as a supernova. When a massive star reaches the end of its fuel, gravity wins, crushing its core until light can no longer be held. This collapse sends shockwaves outward, and the star explodes in a flash so bright it can outshine an entire galaxy for weeks. The remnants scatter through the cosmos, seeding space with elements like gold, iron, and oxygen. Every atom of calcium in your bones, every particle of iron in your blood, was once forged in such a celestial fire. These are the places where stars die, and where new beginnings are written, an ending that becomes everything. And so, above us, the universe continues in quiet cycles, one luminous bloom fading, another glowing into life. Fact 9. Not all stars live long, quiet lives. Some, like the massive Wolf-Rayet stars, burn with such fierce energy that their lives are measured not in billions, but in just a few million years. These stellar giants shed their outer layers in powerful winds, casting off gas at millions of miles per hour, forming glowing halos around their hot cores. Often more than 20 times the mass of our Sun, their brilliance comes at a cost, an accelerated life streaking toward a fiery end. Yet, even in their brief existence, they shape the sky with their intensity, creating spectacular structures seen through telescopes as shimmering rings and knots of gas. In the hush of deep time, these stars are bright flares, intense and ephemeral, reminding us that some of the universe's most beautiful things shine only briefly, before returning to the dark. Fact 10. There are stars so dense that a single teaspoon of their material would weigh billions of tons. These are neutron stars, the collapsed cores left behind after a massive star explodes in a supernova. Though only about 12 miles wide, a neutron star can hold more mass than twice our Sun, packed into an orb the size of a city. Their gravity is immense. Their spin almost unimaginable. Some rotate hundreds of times per second, sweeping beams of radiation across the sky like cosmic lighthouses. These beams, when aligned with Earth, appear as pulsars, steady blinks of radio light that beat with miraculous precision. Like the ticking of a perfectly wound clock, they offer a steady rhythm amid the silence of space, steady and sure, even as everything else moves in slow, spiraling change. Fact 11. At the heart of some galaxies lie stars that orbit an invisible center, pulled by a gravitational force so intense that even light cannot escape. These are clues to the presence of supermassive black holes. In our own Milky Way, a star named Stu circles such a hidden giant called Sagittarius A*. Stu completes its elongated orbit every 16 years, at times traveling at over 4,000 miles per second during its closest approach. Though the black hole itself emits no light, the dance of surrounding stars reveals its presence, like leaves spiraling mysteriously around an unseen drain. Watching Stu move is like witnessing the curve of space itself, drawn taut around something vast and silent, reminding us that even in the galaxy's quiet heart, invisible forces shape the stars. Fact 12. Though stars appear eternal in the night sky, some quietly flicker out, becoming white dwarfs, embers of once vibrant suns. These stellar remnants no longer undergo fusion, but they still shine faintly with the heat stored from their former lives. Our sun too will one day become a white dwarf, shrinking down to the size of Earth while retaining much of its current mass. Imagine something as dense and hot as 1,000,000 Earths, condensed into a quiet pearl of light, cooling over billions of years. These white dwarfs drift through the galaxy like lanterns faded almost to whispers, their glow a final breath echoing from long extinguished fires. In time, even they will cool to darkness, becoming black dwarfs, star-shaped shadows that no longer shine, but still hold memories of the cosmos etched deep within. Fact 13. There are stars that spin so rapidly they become slightly flattened at their poles, stretched by their own momentum like spheres pressed gently at the top and bottom. One such example is Achernar, a blue-white star in the constellation Eridanus. It rotates so swiftly that its equatorial diameter is more than 50% larger than its polar diameter. This fast spin not only changes the star's shape, but also its brightness and color distribution, with its poles glowing hotter than its equator. The speed is astonishing. Achernar completes a full rotation in just over 2 days. In contrast, our Sun, a more leisurely spinner, takes 25 days to turn once at its equator. Within these differences, the personalities of stars emerge. Some move with calm deliberation, while others whirl through space like dancers caught in a storm of light. Fact 14. There exist stars that no longer burn or shine, but are imagined in theory silent, perfect spheres called black dwarfs. These theoretical objects have never been observed, because not enough time has passed in the universe for any to have formed. The idea is simple and haunting. After a white dwarf cools over trillions of years, surpassing the age of our current universe, it would become so cold that it emits no detectable light, resting in absolute stillness. These stars would be cold as shadow, dense as memory, and quiet as the last note of a long-forgotten song. Though none yet exist in the observable night, scientists believe their eventual presence will mark the last flickers of starlight, when the cosmos drifts slowly toward what they call the era of darkness, a time when all things glow no more, but still remain. In imagining them, we glimpse the end of stellar time, wrapped in silence and wonder. Fact 15. Scattered across the galaxy are stars that exist not in place, but in motion, so-called runaway stars, flung through space at incredible speeds by past cosmic collisions. Some tear away from their home clusters at more than 200,000 miles per hour, their path distorted by the explosive power of supernovae or gravitational tugs from massive companions. One such star, called Zeta Ophiuchi, races through space so quickly that it carves a bow shock in the interstellar medium, much like a boat slicing waves in quiet water. These stars are loners not by choice, but by circumstance, travelers on solitary journeys through the galaxy's vast plains. Their motion leaves a whispering trail of energy behind, unseen to the eye but lingering long after they pass, like the echo of a memory still moving through the night. Fact 16. Among the rarest and most mysterious of stars are the magnetars, neutron stars with magnetic fields 1,000 trillion times stronger than Earth's. These fields are so powerful they can distort atoms and trigger starquakes, shifts in the crust of the star that release massive amounts of energy in mere seconds. Though smaller than a city, a single magnetar can outshine the sun in bursts of X-rays and gamma rays. Fortunately, they are scarce, with only a few dozen confirmed among the hundreds of billions of stars. Their brief eruptions ripple across the cosmos, delicate signals of unimaginable force, like a bell struck just once in the dark, its echo fading through the corridors of time. In their strange intensity lies a kind of calm, the stillness left after the storm has passed, and the universe returns again to silence. Fact 17. In the cosmic sea, some stars sail together in great gatherings called globular clusters, spherical swarms of up to 1 million ancient stars bound tightly by gravity. These clusters hover in the halos of galaxies, including our own, like shimmering beehives suspended in the dark. One of the most luminous, Omega Centauri, contains around 10 million stars and stretches 150 light-years across, all packed with a dazzling density rarely seen elsewhere. The stars within are often over 10 billion years old, relics from an earlier universe, glowing with a gentle persistence. From afar, a globular cluster looks like frost in the void, a glittering puzzle the cosmos has carefully assembled and set adrift. Within these crowded havens, the night sky would be golden and full, never truly dark, as 1,000 neighboring suns light the heavens in every direction, close enough to cast long shadows across imaginary alien landscapes. Fact 18. Some stars are not made of ordinary atoms, but may be composed almost entirely of exotic matter. Theorized objects called quark stars exist only in the realm of extreme physics. These would be born from collapsing neutron stars, squeezed into a state so dense that even neutrons break down into their smallest components, quarks. Though no quark star has been directly confirmed, their possibility lingers at the edge of scientific understanding, a whisper from the heart of matter itself. If they do exist, they would be even smaller and denser than neutron stars, their surfaces smooth and strange, shining dimly in X-rays. Such stars would be relics of compression, monuments to pressure, and maybe among the last luminous things to survive in the cooling hush of a slowly dying cosmos. When we imagine them, we press our thoughts against the very limits of what the universe allows and dream of what lies just beyond the light. Fact 19. There are stars that pulse not in brightness but in sound, a kind of cosmic music hidden from human ears. Though space itself is silent, the vibrations within stars can be read as oscillations called stellar seismology or astroseismology. These subtle quakes send ripples through the stellar interior, changing the way light escapes from their surface. By studying these vibrations, astronomers can peer deep within a star, much like seismologists use earthquakes to understand Earth's interior. Each star hums with its own frequency, its own hidden notes, forming a silent orchestra of celestial tones. Like shells held to the ear, if space could carry sound, perhaps we would hear the stars singing low, rhythmic voices echoing across billions of miles, keeping time with the turning of galaxies. Fact 20. A star's light may seem everlasting, but even what we see is rooted in delay. the light from the nearest star beyond our Sun, Proxima Centauri, takes over 4 years to reach Earth. When you glance upward on a quiet night, you're not just seeing stars, you're seeing memories, visions from the past, streaming across time and space. The farther a star is, the older the message it carries. Some of the shimmering dots overhead may no longer exist, their light still on its journey even as the source has long since faded. Every twinkle becomes a moment suspended in a cosmic relay of light and time that gently reminds us. The universe moves not in seconds, but in centuries. As you rest beneath this glowing canopy, you lie quietly among stories millions of years in the making, drifting on waves of ancient starlight, feeling time stretch into calm infinity. Fact 21. Some stars are hidden from view, cloaked not in distance but in dust. In dark regions of space, clouds of interstellar dust and gas stretch like veils, dimming the light of stars behind them. The center of our galaxy, home to many brilliant stars, is shrouded in this way, invisible to our eyes yet glowing brightly in infrared. With the help of space telescopes like Spitzer and James Webb, astronomers can pierce this cosmic gauze, revealing clusters of fledgling stars and ancient giants alike. These veiled stars flicker behind curtains of matter, their light softened and delayed, like voices heard through thick walls. In their quiet obscurity, they remind us that not all brilliance is visible, and that much of the universe lives just beyond the veil waiting to be seen, yet wondrous even in its hidden form. Fact 22. Some stars form patterns across the sky that have guided human eyes and thoughts for millennia. These patterns, called constellations, are not true groupings of stars in space, but rather impressions created from our vantage point on Earth. Orion, with his belt of 3 aligned stars, has been seen as a hunter in many cultures, while Ursa Major, the Great Bear, wheels through the sky with each turning season. The stars within a constellation might be hundreds of light years apart, unconnected in space, yet forever linked in myth and meaning. For ancient sailors, farmers, and dreamers, constellations offered more than direction, they were stories etched into the dark, reliable markers of time, memory, and belief. And tonight, as you quietly trace their forms in your imagination, know that these same shapes have twinkled over countless others across history, each gaze adding to their quiet tale. Fact 23. There are newborn stars swaddled in cocoons of cold gas, so new that their light has only just begun to slip free. Deep within stellar nurseries like the pillars of creation, located in the Eagle Nebula, protostars form in thick clouds, hidden from view. These rising stars are still gathering mass, still learning how to shine. They are infants of the cosmos, just beginning the long transformation from dust to daylight. Observing them feels like watching a hearth just before its first flame, a flicker buried within shadow. Some of these young lights may take millions of years before they emerge fully, their glow reaching us as a whisper of potential across billions of miles. In this slow unveiling, the universe shows us that patience and time are woven into every radiant beginning. Fact 24. Some stars flare with sudden brightness, flickering unpredictably before fading again into stillness. These are flare stars, small and often cool, like red dwarfs, yet capable of unleashing immense bursts of energy caused by magnetic turbulence on their surfaces. One of the closest examples is Proxima Centauri, which, although barely visible to the naked eye, has surprised astronomers with flares that make it briefly outshine far brighter neighbors. In one such event in 2016, the star brightened by a factor of 1 to 1,000, its sudden spark flashing like lightning across the calm of space. Flares like these may pose challenges for nearby planets, but they also represent the dynamic soul hidden within even the quietest stars. In their unpredictable bursts, we glimpse a spark of wildness in the slow-moving cosmos, a flare of restlessness in an otherwise tranquil night. Fact 25. Some stars reside at the very edge of visibility, whispering their presence in ultraviolet or X-ray light instead of visible glow. These are the faint companions, the elusive remnants, or the scorched fragments of past brilliance. One such star, Sirius B, orbits the brightest star in our night sky, Sirius A. Though Sirius B is barely visible through even powerful telescopes, its mass rivals that of the Sun, compressed into a space scarcely larger than Earth. This white dwarf hides in plain sight, veiled by the brilliance of its companion, like a candle beside a bonfire. It is the ghost of a former giant, now collapsed and quiet, offering a glimpse into what our Sun may someday become. In every corner of night, even in the dimmest spots, stars like this lurk, quiet, dense, enduring, telling tales of endings wrapped in gentle silence. Fact 26. Drifting between galaxies are lone stars called intergalactic stars, flung loose from their homes by gravitational interactions or the violent dance of galactic collisions. These solitary wanderers move without the anchoring pull of a galactic center, floating silently through the thin, dark spaces between galaxies. Though they are far from common, it is estimated that billions of such stars may roam the universe, shining alone with no nearby stellar companions. Imagine a single ember glowing in a vast, empty field, no constellation to cradle it, no cluster to claim it, only quiet drifting through intergalactic night. Yet even in their isolation, these stars remain luminous, their light traveling undisturbed, a soft signal from a quiet, ancient soul adrift in cosmic solitude. Fact 27. Among the calmest stars are red dwarfs, the slow burners of the cosmos. These small, cool stars fuse hydrogen so gradually that they can shine for trillions of years, far longer than the universe has even existed. One of the nearest red dwarfs, Barnard's star, lies just 6 light-years away and drifts slowly through space with a gentle motion called proper motion, more noticeable than nearly any other star. Despite their dimness, red dwarfs likely host the majority of planets in the galaxy, making them quiet keepers of countless potential worlds. Their steady light barely flickers, offering a soft, enduring flame in the vast cathedral of time. If stars were candles, red dwarfs would be the long-lasting tea lights, subtle, humble, and tireless, glowing on through the ages as grander stars flare and fade away. Fact 28. Some stars stir the imagination not just through their light, but through the possibility that they host distant worlds. These are host stars, suns to exoplanets, planets that circle stars beyond our solar system, hidden in the delicate balance of light curves and orbital shadows. The first confirmed discovery of an exoplanet orbiting a sun-like star came in 1995, forever expanding our sense of where life might dwell. Since then, thousands have been found, circling stars of every size and temperament, from quiet red dwarfs to radiant giants. The Kepler Space Telescope alone revealed over 2,600 such worlds, and each one begins its quiet journey in the light of a parent star. These stars are more than distant specks, they are homes, perhaps to oceans and skies, to winds and seasons we may never see. As we drift into sleep, the thought lingers softly. Under unfamiliar suns, other worlds may be dreaming too. Fact 29. Some stars carry ancient codes within their light, acting like time-traveling messengers from the early universe. Astronomers use a technique called spectroscopy to study starlight, spreading it into a rainbow-like spectrum that reveals what elements the star holds. Through this gentle unweaving of light, scientists can learn if a star was formed from a rich, recycled universe full of heavy elements, or from a time closer to the beginning, when only the simplest atoms dance through space. Like fingerprints, each star's spectrum is unique, a quiet signature etched in light across space and time. This means that, even across distances of billions of light-years, Starlight can whisper stories of fire, fusion, and formation, casting delicate clues into the vast quiet night for those with the tools to see and the patience to listen. Fact 30. There are stars that seem to disappear and reappear without warning, enigmatic variables whose changing brightness mystifies astronomers. These mysterious performers include objects like Tabby's star, officially named KIC 8462852, whose light dims irregularly and sometimes dramatically, up to 22%, with no clear explanation. Discovered by citizen scientists in 2015, this star sparked both scientific interest and poetic speculation, with theories ranging from swarms of comets to clouds of cosmic dust drifting through space. Some even imagined vast alien structures orbiting the star, casting shadows across its light. Though the true cause remains uncertain, what remains is the wonder, a sense that even with modern tools and telescopes, the sky still holds riddles. In Tabby's flickering gaze, we are reminded that the stars still keep secrets, shimmering quietly just beyond the veil of certainty, like whispers meant for dreaming minds. Fact 31. Some stars wear cloaks of dust and mystery, encircled by glowing disks that hint at future creation. These are protoplanetary disks, swirling rings of gas and debris that may one day condense into planets, moons, and asteroids. One such star, HL Tauri, rests 450 light-years away in the constellation Taurus and shows a delicately banded disk around its young light. In images taken by the Atacama Large Millimeter Array, gaps appear within the disk like grooves in a celestial record, suggesting that new worlds may already be forming there. These silent rings spin slowly, patiently gathering mass, their particles colliding and clumping like whispers becoming a sentence. Around many stars like HL Tauri, entire systems begin to breathe before planets are born. In these dusky halos, the future sleeps, suspended in dusk and promise, waiting to light its fire beneath stars still young and dreaming. Fact 32. In the late stages of life, some stars surround themselves with expanding clouds of glowing gas, forming planetary nebulae, ethereal shells that drift outward like the last exhale of a cosmic breath. These delicate structures, often symmetrical and richly colored, last only tens of thousands of years, a brief farewell in stellar terms. One of the closest and most photographed is the Ring Nebula in Lyra, located about 2,300 light-years from Earth. Its central star is a fading white dwarf, barely igniting the gases it once cast off, now sculpted by gentle winds into a luminous wreath. Though they have nothing to do with planets, these nebulae earned their name from their rounded, orb-like shapes. Each glows like a luminous echo, signaling the quiet conclusion of a stellar life. In their simplicity and beauty, planetary nebulae are like farewell songs in space, slow and drifting, lingering long after the light begins to dim. Fact 33. Some stars leave behind not just light, but entire waves of shock and transformation. These are stellar winds, streams of charged particles flowing out into space, sometimes subtle, sometimes fierce. Hot, massive stars like those in the upper reaches of the Hertzsprung-Russell diagram can produce winds millions of times more forceful than our sun's, accelerating gas into space at over 1,000 kilometers per second. Over time, these stellar breaths shape the fabric of nearby space, carving out cavities in interstellar clouds and feeding the birth of future stars by stirring and compressing distant gas. In more ordinary stars like our Sun, solar wind forms the bubble of the heliosphere, shielding our system and sending whispers of space weather to Earth's magnetic fields. Stellar winds are like the invisible sighs of stars, gentle or strong, flowing endlessly, reshaping space with the quiet hush of breath in the cosmic dark. Fact 34. Not all stars flicker alone, some form great winding arms across the universe, sculpting the grand spirals of galaxies. Each spiral arm is not a rigid structure, but a wave, a density ripple through the galactic disk where gas compresses and new stars ignite. Our Sun, for instance, drifts through the Orion Arm, a minor spur between two major arms of the Milky Way. These stellar highways sweep outward in graceful arcs, anchored by gravity, yet moved by subtle rotations that take hundreds of millions of years to complete. Within them, stars are born, live, and fade, their light forming luminous strokes across the canvas of the cosmos. Imagine standing on a shore of still water while distant fireworks, each centuries old, arc silently across the night. This is a galaxy seen from within, a slow spiral of time and radiance flowing endlessly through space. Fact 35. In the long twilight of fading stars, some blend beautifully into their surroundings, becoming what astronomers call reflection nebulae. These delicate structures do not glow with their own light, but instead softly reflect the light of nearby stars, bathing clouds of gas and dust in a cool blue shimmer. One of the most well-known is the nebula surrounding the star cluster in the Pleiades, also called the Seven Sisters, about 444 light-years away. The starlight scatters off microscopic dust grains, creating an ethereal glow like moonlight caught in fog. These nebulae are quiet companions to the stars that light them, echoes rather than flames, and they remind us that in the vastness of space, even the faintest light can find something to touch, something to gently illuminate. As the stars drift onward, the reflection remains, serene and suspended, a dim, luminous dream in motion through the night. Fact 36. Some stars blaze with chaotic brightness due to their unstable surroundings, erupting in sudden outbursts known as luminous blue variables. These rare and massive stars, often dozens of times heavier than our Sun, can brighten intensely before fading again, as though stirred by storms from within. One of the most studied is Eta Carinae, nestled in the Carina Nebula, which once grew so luminous it became the second brightest star in Earth's sky during the mid-19th century. The outburst created a glowing cloud, now known as the Homunculus Nebula, still expanding like a slow explosion through space. These stars live on the edge of energy and collapse, balancing immense forces with fragile instability. Their light does not simply shine, it flickers with drama and unpredictability, marking a chapter of stellar life that is both awe-inspiring and delicate. In their swelling pulses and radiant sighs, we glimpse the raw and restless beauty that can live within even the grandest calm. Fact 37. Somewhere in the vast theatre of stars, there are ones that rotate so rapidly they emit powerful jets of matter from their poles, cosmic fountains known as relativistic jets. These are often associated with young neutron stars or black holes, but even some massive stars in their late stages can focus their energy into such narrow streams. These jets move near the speed of light and can stretch for hundreds or even thousands of light years, piercing the surrounding space with magnificent precision. They are among the most energetic processes known, sculpting galaxies and stirring the thin, interstellar medium. At a distance, the jets seem delicate, like threads of silver ink drawn on black velvet, but their true nature is thunderous, a gentle appearance hiding ferocious power. And as we lie beneath these distant beacons, it is humbling to know that even the softest light might be rooted in forces too immense to quietly imagine, whispering power through stillness. Fact 38. At the edges of ancient star clusters, some stars defy gravity's quiet pull and soar higher above the crowd. These are blue stragglers, mysterious stars that appear younger and hotter than their neighbors. Found in places where most stars have long since aged and cooled, blue stragglers look like newcomers at a reunion of elders. Scientists believe they may form when two older stars collide or merge, briefly reigniting as a single, more vibrant star. Their lives are renewed not by birth, but by union rekindled by close contact in dense, star-filled regions. They shine with a brightness that feels out of place, like a candle burning fresh in a room of fading embers. Their presence is gentle yet strange, a soft contradiction that stirs curiosity beneath the calm. And so, nestled in the slow-turning clusters of deep time, the blue stragglers remind us that even among endings, something new may quietly begin again. Fact 39. Some stars possess companions so dim and strange that they barely reveal themselves, known as brown dwarfs, sometimes called failed stars. Larger than planets, but too small to sustain the steady hydrogen fusion that fuels true stars, brown dwarfs exist in a twilight realm between definitions. They emit soft infrared light and often carry dusty, blurred atmospheres with layers of complex weather, including possible rain made of iron or molten glass. Though they cannot shine like other stars, their interiors can still glow faintly with residual heat from their formation. The closest known brown dwarf system, Lumen 16, drifts just 6.5 light-years away, nestled in the southern constellation of Vela. These wandering embers mingle quietly in interstellar night, warm but unburning, subtle but present gentle puzzles resting along the spectrum of star and planet, softly glowing in the folds of the unseen sky. Fact 40. Far beyond the flickering stars we know, there are theoretical giants waiting in the margins of thought dark stars, imagined by physicists as early cosmic beacons powered not by fusion, but by dark matter itself. Unlike ordinary stars, dark stars would form in the early universe when gas collected at the centers of dark matter halos, and instead of igniting through compression and heat alone, they would glow softly from the annihilation of dark matter particles. These stars, if they ever truly existed, might have been enormous, over 1 million times the mass of our Sun, yet cool enough to live long, slow-burning lives in the young cosmos. Though never observed, their spectre lingers whispers of a creation story written with different rules. Whether they are truth or theory, they offer a lullaby for the mind, proposing that maybe somewhere beyond detection, the universe once lit its first lamps with a flame no eye could see, only sense. Fact 41. In the spaces between stars, there exists something even quieter, interstellar dust, the fine grains of carbon, ice, and silicate that drift through the darkness like cosmic pollen. This dust, though nearly invisible, plays a vital role in the life of stars. It gathers in clouds, cools down collapsing gas, and helps form the building blocks of planets. Under certain light, especially near red and infrared wavelengths, this dust glows softly, like embers under sheets of black velvet. The famous Horsehead Nebula is shaped by such dust, sculpted against a glowing backdrop by starlight filtering through its dense veils. Though tiny in size, often no larger than particles of smoke, this dust carries the fingerprints of ancient stars and exploded suns, mixed and blown across the galaxy on stellar winds. Each mote tells of explosions, of births and disintegrations, whispering that even the smallest parts of the cosmos can hold echoes of the brightest fires and the oldest dreams. Fact 42. Some stars form in orderly lines or delicate rows known as stellar streams, remnants of star clusters or dwarf galaxies that have been stretched across the sky by the tidal pull of galactic forces. These streams arc like gentle brushstrokes of starlight, curving through the Milky Way's halo in long, graceful trails. One such stream, named the GD1 stream, spans thousands of light-years and offers a ghostly glimpse of a past stellar family, once whole, now slowly unraveling across time. These stellar trails are not chaotic, but elegantly torn-apart structures, bearing quiet evidence of gravitational tides at work. Like ribbons caught in a silent cosmic breeze, they dance across the night, unnoticed, whispering of things lost and dispersed but never quite gone. Fact 43. There are stars that brighten and fade in perfect rhythm, twin lights caught in gravitational orbits known as eclipsing binaries. In these systems, two stars circle each other so closely and at just the right alignment that one regularly passes in front of the other from our point of view, causing predictable dips in brightness. The most famous of these is Algol, the demon star, found in the constellation Perseus. Its name comes from ancient mythology, where its strange dimming inspired legends of cursed eyes and celestial omens. But in truth, Algol is a binary system, where one star briefly eclipses its partner every 2.87 days, casting a temporary shadow in the sky. This gentle heartbeat of light and shadow reminds us that not all mystery is random sometimes. Even the most enchanting patterns are born from quiet, graceful repetition, like lullabies that begin again just when they're about to fade. Fact 44. Some stars rest at the tranquil heart of ancient galaxies, serving as cosmic bookmarks that trace the lineage of the universe itself. These are population 2 stars, old and metal-poor, formed in the earlier days when the periodic table was still sparse and the universe young and raw. They shine quietly in globular clusters and galactic bulges, their light steady, their stories etched in simplicity. Compared to their younger, metal-rich counterparts called population 1 stars, these ancients are like elders in a family, passing down the memory of a time when only hydrogen and helium colored the cosmic script. They are studied not for brightness, but for what they tell us about the pace of galactic growth, the choreography of early star formation, and the whispers of the first supernovae that seeded the stars to come. In their patient glow, we catch a glimpse of cosmic ancestry, steady and serene, glowing softly at the roots of our galactic tree. Fact 45. Some stars do not beam freely into space, but are hemmed in by magnetic cages, releasing their light in narrow bursts and arcs. These are magnetic stars, stars with exceptionally strong magnetic fields that shape their atmospheres and channel their energy. One of the most fascinating examples is the peculiar star HD 19112, which shows changes in its spectral lines as its magnetic field rotates, like hidden patterns slowly revealing themselves with each stellar turn. Magnetic fields can trap material near the star's surface, sculpting loops and flares, creating shifting curtains of plasma that glow and twist. Over time, these forces can sculpt the star's outflowing winds and even shape its lifespan. Though invisible to the eye, magnetic fields leave fingerprints across light and motion's subtle signatures of order hiding behind the brilliance. In such stars, we witness the quiet dance between tension and containment, where even light must listen to the soft curves of an unseen force. Fact 46. Far beyond our solar neighborhood lies a vast region where stars are gathered not by gravity, but by the imprint of human imagination, catalogues, charts, and star maps drawn over centuries. One of the most enduring is the Hertzsprung-Russell diagram, a simple yet profound graph that arranges stars by their brightness and temperature, revealing a pattern that maps their life stages. Most stars, including our Sun, fall along the main sequence, a gentle arc where stars spend the majority of their luminous lives. Giants rise above it, white dwarfs cluster below, and the rare outliers drift at the edges like unfamiliar thoughts. This diagram is not just science, it is a portrait of the stellar family, a quiet map that shows how stars are born, live, and age. As your eyelids grow heavier, imagine the diagram not as a chart, but as a slow constellation in motion, whispering the long tail of stars across ink and flame. Fact 47. Beyond the glittering field of visible stars lie their quieter cousins, carbon stars, cloaked in a rich veil of soot and chemistry. These stars are dying giants nearing the end of their fusion cycles, where carbon, built deep in their cores, rises to their surface and spills into space. The carbon in their atmospheres absorbs blue light and scatters red, giving them a deep, garnet glow that looks almost unreal through a telescope. One such star, La Superba, shines in the constellation Canes Venatici as one of the reddest stars in the sky. Around these stars, the excess carbon condenses into tiny grains, seeding the cosmos with future ingredients for planets, comets, and possibly life. Quietly, steadily, carbon stars exhale the material of creation into the cold, shaping the future from the hushed breath of the ancient. In their fading warmth, the building blocks of tomorrow pass into the dark embers that do not fade, but feed the fire ahead. Fact 48. At the edge of stellar simplicity lies a peculiar class known as T Tauri, stars' young, restless suns just beginning their luminous journey. These infant stars, less than 10 million years old, are not yet stable and pulse with jittery brightness, their light uneven as gas and dust swirl in chaotic coronas around them. T Tauri stars often still wear their birth clouds, encircled by protoplanetary disks like mist coiled tightly around a flickering lamp. Their surfaces erupt with magnetic storms and shifting winds, echoing the growing pains of stellar youth. They serve as transitional bodies, teetering between formation and maturity, promising both turbulence and potential. When astronomers observe them, they're witnessing the first steps of a star learning how to shine steadily, like a flame being coaxed into stillness. And so, in the cradle of dust-lighted skies, these stars remind us that even the unsteady radiance of becoming can hold a quiet, glowing beauty of its own. Fact 49. Some of the rarest and most ephemeral stars are those caught in the act of transforming stars in transition, where balance tips and destinies shift. Among them are helium flash stars, elderly red giants that ignite helium in a sudden, internal rush, deep within their cores. For a brief moment, the balance of pressures and forces realigns, and a new stage of fusion begins. The process happens invisibly, hidden beneath layers of stellar atmosphere, like a storm rumbling within a closed sky. Yet this sudden ignition charts the course for the star's future, setting it on a gentler path toward contraction as a white dwarf. Though we cannot see these flashes directly, we know they occur, counted in the flicker of light curves, in the hush between spectral changes. In these quiet moments of upheaval, the star does not roar outward, but shifts inward gracefully, silently, turning the page in its story as only the oldest stars can do, drifting ever closer to their final rest. Fact 50. Among the vast mosaic of stellar phenomena, there are stars shrouded in mystery known as hypervelocity stars, celestial bodies moving so swiftly they are destined to leave their home galaxy behind. These rare travelers are thought to be flung outward by gravitational interactions near supermassive black holes, cast adrift like sparks from a great fire. One of the first discovered, named HE 043754439, travels over 1.6 million miles per hour, fast enough to escape the Milky Way's pull. Despite their speed, these stars shine calmly, their motion undetectable to the eye yet relentless across time. They are cosmic exiles, lone voyagers propelled by unseen drama at galactic centers. As they dart into intergalactic darkness, they carry with them echoes of their violent origins, bright sentinels of unbound motion, glowing steadily as they fade into the cold, eternal quiet beyond the stars. Fact 51. Floating within the gentle light of our galaxy are pulsating spheres of balance known as RR Lyrae stars. These ancient stars, often over 10 billion years old, expand and contract with a steady pulse, their brightness rising and falling in a rhythmic dance that repeats every few hours. Unlike the more massive Cepheids, RR Lyrae stars are older and typically less luminous, but their pulsations remain reliable timekeepers among the stars. Because their true brightness is well understood, astronomers use them as standard candles to measure cosmic distances, mapping the shape and depth of the Milky Way with their predictable glow. These stars act like quiet lighthouses scattered through the galactic halo, flickering gently from the margins. In their ceaseless rhythm lies a kind of serenity, a whisper that repeats across eons. Even in the vastness of time and motion, some lights keep perfect time with the heartbeat of the sky. Fact 52. Hidden deep in the folds of the galaxy are B stars, rapidly rotating giants that toss material from their equatorial regions, forming glowing disks of gas encircling them like ethereal rings. These stars often glisten with a bluish hue and display distinctive spectral lines caused by the swirling envelope that surrounds them. Their fast spins distort their shape, flattening their poles and stretching their equators, each rotation a silent storm. From Earth, these disks can appear and vanish over months or years, like a breath inhaled and slowly released back into the void. Fascination with B stars lies not only in their beauty but in their instability, a quiet rebellion against order, where light and matter blur together in choreography only partially grasped. Gazing into their spectrum is like reading a poem written in motion, a signal that some stars don't just shine, they ripple, they spin, and they whisper secrets in circles of their own making. Fact 53. Some stars leave behind glowing footprints of their journey across space, lighting up regions of interstellar gas as they pass. These are bow shocks, luminous arcs formed when a fast-moving star plows through clouds of dust and gas. As the stellar wind collides with the interstellar medium, it creates a curved front, like the crest of a wave ahead of a ship cutting through calm waters. One prominent example is the bow shock surrounding the unusually speedy star LL Orionis in the Orion Nebula, where glowing gas bends gently in its wake. These structures may not last forever, but while they do, they sketch unseen movement across the sky, mapping momentum in a canvas of light. In their arcs and curves, bow shocks remind us that stars are not fixed jewels, they are travelers, quiet wanderers whose paths sculpt whispers across the space they pass through, leaving behind the gentlest traces of their passage through the eternal night. Fact 54. In the quiet nest of a dying star's last moment, some transform into Type Ia supernovae explosions not born from massive stars, but from white dwarfs in binary systems, slowly absorbing matter from a companion. When the dwarf gathers just enough mass to reach a delicate tipping point, a chain reaction ignites inside, consuming the star in a matter of seconds with immense and perfect brightness. These explosions all shine with a near-identical light, making them essential cosmic yardsticks, allowing astronomers to measure the expansion of the universe. It was through watching these stellar candles that scientists discovered the accelerating drift of galaxies, a mystery now linked to the force we call dark energy. That a quiet, invisible star, long collapsed and dim, could ignite such vast revelations. This speaks to the elegant paradox of the cosmos, where endings bring insight, and death holds the measurement of distance, time, and the growing breadth of infinity itself. Fact 55. In rare celestial partnerships, two white dwarfs can spiral closer and closer in a tightening dance, drawn by the quiet leak of gravitational waves, subtle ripples in the fabric of space-time itself. Over millions or billions of years, they slowly lose energy, inching toward each other until eventually they may merge in a dramatic flare of light or vanish into quiet collapse. These stellar duos, known as double degenerate systems, are both remnants, embers of stars long faded, yet they move in perfect harmony, like twin lanterns circling a forgotten path. Their motion is invisible to the eye, but detectable through the gentle shiver of space, measured by instruments sensitive to the smallest tremors in the cosmos. In these quiet revolutions, where time stretches and light waits, we find one more story of togetherness in the universe, two silent stars echoing a gravity-bound waltz through the hush of eternity. Fact 56. As the universe unfurls its vast quiet, there are rare stars called Thorn-Jitkaus, objects enigmatic hybrids, where a neutron star nestles inside a red supergiant. These theoretical oddities are born when a compact neutron core sinks into the heart of its massive companion after a stellar collision, creating a layered fusion furnace unlike any other. Deep within, exotic reactions may unfold, producing unusual elements not commonly forged elsewhere in the cosmos. Though only one possible candidate has been identified, hidden within the star HV 2112 in the Small Magellanic Cloud, their proposed existence pushes the boundaries of stellar possibility. Like cosmic matryoshka dolls, they cradle extremes within a softly glowing shell. Few stars, if any, tell a stranger bedtime tale of collapse wrapped in light, of remnants swallowed into rebirth, reminding us that even among the oldest fires, the universe writes rare and quiet riddles, still unanswered, still dreaming. Fact 57. There are stars that, from their light alone, reveal the hidden shapes of the spaces between us through an effect known as gravitational lensing. When a massive object like a star or black hole passes between Earth and a more distant light source, it bends and magnifies the light behind it, as if space itself were a curved glass. This gentle warping can make a background star flare briefly brighter, a phenomenon called microlensing. It's through this quiet bending of light that astronomers have discovered objects too faint or dark to be seen otherwise, including rogue planets without stars and distant exoplanets orbiting unseen suns. These momentary brightenings are fleeting, precise signatures of gravity's reach, little curved whispers in the smooth river of starlight. Gravitational lensing reminds us that the universe's structure is not always visible, but it shapes how we see, touch, and understand the stars beyond soft distortions, carrying deep truths across time's silent arc. Fact 58. Some stars are so enigmatic that entire lifetimes may pass before their stories are fully known, such as the recurrent novae, stars that explode, calm, and then explode again. Unlike a one-time supernova, a recurrent nova arises in a binary system where a white dwarf slowly collects hydrogen from a companion star, building up a thin, unstable shell. When enough pressure gathers, the hydrogen ignites in a sudden flare of brilliance, shedding layers of plasma before settling back into quietness. But the flow does not stop. The companion continues its donation, and after years or decades, the cycle repeats. One such system, RS Ophiuchi, has been observed erupting roughly every 15 to 20 years, its quiet intervals belying the drama that waits within. These stars teach us that even peace can hold tension, that stillness may be only a breath before the next awakening. In their cycles of outburst and quiet, we find echoes of tides, hearts, and seasons, cosmic rhythms that move without end through the hidden corridors of night. Fact 59. High above, there are titanic stars so luminous that their light alone pushes against their own gravity. These are Eddington limit stars, balanced on the fragile edge between radiation and collapse. The Eddington limit defines the point at which the outward push of a star's brightness can overcome the inward pull of its mass. If this balance is exceeded, the star's outer layers are blown away in powerful winds, like petals tossed into the void by the breath of their own brilliance. Some of the most massive stars hover near this threshold, their lives marked by instability and shedding. Observing them illuminates the tightrope path of stellar physics, where too much light can unravel form and beauty walks close to destruction. In that shimmering edge, between shining too brightly and falling inward, we find the universe's softest tension, a star's quiet fight to remain whole, one heartbeat of light at a time. Fact 60. And then there are stars that never seem to settle, caught between revolutions of form and function, rapidly oscillating app stars. These peculiar magnetic stars shimmer with small, high-frequency pulsations, their surfaces rippling subtly as if stirred by invisible fingers. Often rich in certain metals like strontium and europium, Their atmospheres are shaped by powerful, orderly magnetic fields that suppress convection and cause strange ring-like patterns of elements to form. The pulsations last mere minutes, like tremors of starlight echoing through crystal, too fast and delicate for the eye, yet perfectly measurable by sensitive instruments. They represent an interplay between rhythm and magnetism, structure and soundless song. In their quicksilver flickers and chemical complexity, apstars remind us that even in the quietest corners of the universe, there can exist a vibrant tempo, an intricate, starbound cadence that pulses unseen, steady as a lullaby whispered into constellated depths. Fact 61. Beyond the reach of most telescopes, there may dwell ghostly corpses of stars called black dwarfs, so ancient and cold that they no longer emit heat or light. These are the theoretical descendants of white dwarfs, having cooled over unfathomable spans of time, longer than the universe has yet existed. No black dwarf has ever been observed, not because they are hidden, but because they are yet to be. It may take a quadrillion years for the first one to form, time enough for galaxies to drift apart and starlight to fade from nearly every sky. When they do exist, they will be incomprehensibly dense, invisible, and serene monuments to the life cycles of stars, to the eternity that follows radiance. If stars are songs, then black dwarfs are their silence, the after echo still ringing where brightness once bloomed. To imagine them is to imagine the universe asleep, breathing slowly, wrapped in its oldest dreams. Fact 62. Finally, across vast cosmic distances, some stars reveal themselves through the echoes they leave, rather than the light they shine. These are gravitational wave sources, binary systems in their final moments, spiraling ever inward until they collide or merge in brilliant silence, shaking the very fabric of space. When two neutron stars or black holes join in this final dance, they generate ripples that travel outwards at the speed of light, passing through galaxies and time. On Earth, the Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory, or LIGO, listens for these ripples like a cosmic stethoscope, attuned to the quiet thunder of unseen unions. The first detection in 2015 confirmed what Einstein once predicted, giving the universe a new sense to speak with. Though invisible to our eyes, and often born in darkness, these waves tell stories of colossal meetings, of endings that echo far beyond sight. And as your thoughts drift gently towards sleep, know that even now, across the wide hush of the cosmos, stars are folding into each other, sending out the softest tremors of goodbye. Fact 63. And so, the universe continues to turn silently, its stars casting gentle light across the ages, each one a quiet blaze against the infinite dark. From the colossal to the invisible, from violent births to slow fading ends, stars carry the history of everything we see. They are beacons and builders, scientists and poets of light, their lifetimes etched in hydrogen and symmetry, in silence and glowing rhythm. As we come to the close of our journey, let their stories remain with you like soft embers in your thoughts. Rest now beneath their tapestry, knowing that, above this turning world, the stars are still whispering their quiet truths, drifting through space and time with calm, luminous grace. Good night from the dreaming cosmos. Fact 64. And beneath all this vast celestial geometry, there remains a single, enduring truth. Each star, no matter its size or fate, is a story written in light. From the low flicker of a newborn red dwarf to the ghostly afterglow of a supernova's echo, these stories drift to Earth across impossible distances, filling our night skies with silent signals of creation and change. We do not need to hear them to be moved. We need only lie still, eyes closed or open, and know that above us their dances are calm beyond measure, a rhythm older than time itself. So breathe once more, soft and slow, and let your thoughts rise gently with the stars. Sleep well, dream deeply, and let the cosmos hold you. Fact 65. At the heart of everything we've wandered through tonight lies an invisible thread, gravity, the quiet sculptor of stars. This force, so constant and patient, draws dust into clouds, clouds into cores, and cores into stars. It pulls binaries into dance, clusters into spheres, and halos into spirals, holding galaxies together like stitches in a cosmic quilt. A collapsing star, a swirling nebula, a drifting solar wind all respond to gravity's unseen presence, bending slowly, following its enduring call. At this hour, when your breath is soft and your thoughts are still, gravity remains gently folding stars into form, nudging them along the longest arc of growth and stillness. As you sleep, it carries the stars forward, one motion at a time, across this dreaming sky, under which all things softly fall into place. Fact 66. In the hush of the cosmos, the last star fact for tonight drifts gently to rest, not in science alone, but in feeling. No matter where you are on Earth, the stars above remain constant companions, their light stitching together generations, continents, and dreams. They guided ancient navigators, inspired poets, and now cradle our quietest moments of bedtime thought. As you surrender to sleep, know that you lie beneath a living sky, where stories glow softly and time steps tenderly across the dark. The stars will continue their slow spin and radiant breath, and when you wake, they will still be there, distant, timeless, and quietly watching. So let go, let everything drift, and let the stars carry you onward into a dream as wide as the universe itself. Fact 67. And now, with the final light tucked gently into the folds of night, our journey draws to a close. We've wandered far across the fabric of stars, through dust and distance, through riddle and rhythm. Each fact has been a soft step through a universe built not only of mass and fire, but of silent wonder and patient time. Let these starlit thoughts linger like echoes in a dusk-warmed room, softening the hush that surrounds you now. As you drift towards sleep, know that the night remembers, that somewhere above, a billion stories still unfold in quiet brilliance, their light reaching for you through the ages. Rest now. The stars will keep watch. Fact 68. As the stars continue to turn above and the night deepens into stillness, there remains the soft truth that we too are made of stardust. Every atom heavier than hydrogen, every grain of calcium in your teeth, every spark of iron flowing in your blood was forged in the heart of a star. When we gaze up at the sky, we are not looking outward, but inward, tracing our origins back to the luminous furnaces of long-gone suns. We are, in every breath and thought, linked to the cosmos woven from its ashes, lit by its remnants. So, as you rest now, held in the quiet arms of night, remember this small, wondrous fact. You are a star's echo, gently glowing in a world that also spins, also breathes, also dreams. Sleep now in that knowing, and let the heavens cradle your thoughts in their timeless lullaby. Fact 69. In the end, the stars are not merely points of light, but mirrors to our own reflection, scattered across the dark in silent constellations of thought. They endure through time and silence, through creation and collapse, reminding us that change can be luminous, that endings can give birth to beginnings. Their steady presence has shaped every epoch of human wonder, from the first spark of fire beneath a midnight sky to the telescopic marvels that read ancient light like scripture. And so here, at the close of this wandering, let your breath deepen with theirs. Let your thoughts move with the constellations, slow and soft. Let the hush gather. Sleep beneath a sky imprinted with memory, mystery, and light. Good night, dreamer, drift gently with the stars. Fact 70. And so, with this final breath of starlight, let us close our eyes upon the cosmos. Tonight you have floated through the long tapestry of stars, through gentle flames, ancient rhythms, and great dreams whispered across space. These facts, these quiet stories, are not only to be known, but to be felt as warmth in the heart, as awe in the stillness. The universe speaks slowly, like a lullaby written in gravity and gold, and in listening, we become part of it too. So let this last note linger. Let it settle into your thoughts like a distant glow behind your eyelids. The stars are still above. They are always above. Sleep well, drift softly, and rest in their everlasting light. Good night. This is where we end our celestial journey, wrapped in the warmth of 70 gentle facts and the hush of twilight. If your eyes are heavy and your heart beats slow, then the stars have done their work for tonight. Let the quiet linger, like the memory of distant starlight resting behind closed lids. No more facts, only feeling now. Let the cosmos fade into the folds of your dreams, where suns burn soft and slow, where gravity sings, and where every breath is touched by the rhythm of the galaxies. Sleep peacefully, wanderer. We'll meet again under the same sky, one sleepy soul at a time. And with that, beneath a sky dark and deep, our starlit voyage reaches its final shore. The facts have faded now into softness, their glow resting like lanterns along the edge of your thoughts. You've wandered through creation's quiet archways, among cathedrals of gas and dust, through pulses and echoes older than memory. Let it all go now. Breathe in the dark like it's velvet drawn gently over your shoulders. The universe will keep spinning, the stars will keep burning, and when you wake, they will be waiting. This chapter closes in stillness. Sleep gently, wanderer, wrapped in the slow lullaby of distant suns. And so we draw the final curtain across this night of stars, where silence carried science and wonder wore the shape of light. 100 echoes, gentle and glowing, have now folded into the dark like fireflies at rest. The sky, immeasurable and ancient, watches always, but for now, it asks for nothing. Let your breath fall lightly, your mind float like stardust, and your heart linger where the stars once sang. The journey has deepened into stillness. Good night, traveler in thought. May your dreams drift among distant suns, and may peace rise with you like starlight in the morning sky. And now, with your thoughts wrapped in galaxies and your breath softened by the hush of space, we let this dreamy journey come to rest. The universe will continue on, weaving light through silence, spinning stories in every faint glimmer. But for tonight, that starlit symphony grows quiet. There is nothing more to chase, no more to know, only to feel, to drift, to sleep. Carry with you the murmurs of distant suns and the lull of softly burning skies. The cosmos is still here, watching over your dreams, as infinite and gentle as your last waking breath. Sleep now, and let the stars keep shining, one silent heartbeat at a time. And with that final breath of starlight, the stars exhale their stories into the quiet, and we too drift into stillness. Across the ink-black canvas above, these celestial memories continue unfolding, their light whispering not for answers but for rest. Tonight, you've walked gently through the chapters of the cosmos, through origins and endings, through silence and pulse. Let those rhythms echo now in your breath, slow and even, as sleep gathers softly around you. The constellations will hold their place. The heavens will wait, ever luminous, ever still. Tomorrow they will shine again, the same as always. But now, there's nothing left to know, only to dream. Sleep soundly beneath the watching stars. And now, quietly, we close the final page on this long, starlit journey. The universe, in all its mystery, still turns above unchanged by our curiosity, but made more beautiful by our wonder. You have drifted far tonight, through nebulas and novas, through pulses and particles, and now the stories have settled, like stardust on the quiet edges of thought. Let this night be your telescope to peace, a lens not through which you seek, but through which you rest. The stars are still there, humming low, waiting gently while you sleep. So let go. Let the cosmos continue its gentle turning, and may your final thought tonight shimmer softly like their faraway light, silent, vast, and full of dreams. Good night. And so, we part for now beneath a sky that never truly says goodbye. The stars will continue their long, luminous vigil, and when you return, they will be waiting silent, familiar, endless. Let their stories remain with you like soft stardust clinging gently to a dream. Sleep now in the shadow of nebulae, carried on currents of gravity and light, held softly by the same universe that made you, until we meet again on another quiet night, under another galaxy-lit sky. Rest well. The stars will hold your place. And now, the stars recede into the gentle hush of memory, their voices softer than silence, their stories folded like light into the velvet dark. We've reached the edge of this dreamscape, where science becomes serenity and curiosity rests in glow. Let this moment linger, not as an ending, but as a hush between wonderings, a space where your thoughts can float, slow and free, carried gently on the breath of the cosmos. Sleep beneath this sky, wrapped in all that has been seen and all that waits to be imagined. The heavens remain above, vast and unchanged, waiting always to tell their tale again. Good night, dear listener, until the stars call once more. And lastly, with everything whispered and every glimmer placed gently into your thoughts, let the quiet of the stars carry you home. The night has listened and the cosmos has spoken softly, patiently, without demand, just presence and light. No more facts, no more names or numbers, only the memory of infinity and the comfort of sky. Let this be your closing breath, your final stillness beneath a billion distant suns. Sleep not as escape, but as return to a place inside you made of stars, made of silence, made of time. Good night now, and thank you for letting the universe sing you to sleep. And now, without a sound, the universe closes its book of starlit stories. You have crossed immeasurable distances without leaving your bed, sailing tides of light and time, knowing stars not only for their science, but for their hush, their wonder, their grace. These 100 whispers from across the cosmos now rest beside your breath, slow and steady. Let them stay there, glowing softly, etched not in magnitude or measure but in calm. There is nothing else you need, no more to know, only to be. Sleep now, under skies that remember, cradled by galaxies that endure, folded into the quiet arms of stardust and dream. Good night, stargazer. The journey is complete. And so, as we draw our last breath beneath this infinite sky, let gratitude float gently to the surface, gratitude for stars, for stories, for silence. In this long dream of celestial wonder, the lights above have not only taught, they have comforted. They have offered their glow through moments of stillness, and now they fade into your rest like lullabies woven from light. Let tonight's final starlight settle within like a memory you never need to hold too tightly, only feel when the world grows quiet again. Close your eyes now, knowing the cosmos does not end, it only pauses with you, patiently waiting for the next dreaming soul to look up and wonder. Good night, and may your journey through the stars continue softly within. And with this final exhale of light, the last shimmer of our journey dissolves into the silence of night. The stars, eternal and tireless, will continue their slow spin, whispering through time, even as your breath evens and dreams gather softly at the edge of thought. Let what you've heard tonight become echoes, not of facts, but of feeling of gentle knowing, of vastness held in quiet calm. The cosmos has wrapped itself around you like a lullaby without end, and now it fades not away, but into rest. We'll meet again, under stars unchanged, in a sky that always waits. Until then, close your eyes and dream. Good night. And just like the quiet pulse of a star fading gently beyond the horizon, our night floats to its soft conclusion. You've wandered with wonder, listened with stillness, and now the final ember settles into the dark. The sky above goes on, limitless and steady, its mysteries unfolding even in sleep. But for you, dear traveler of light and dreams, the journey pauses here, cradled in quiet warmth. Let all that you've heard drift with you into a deep, radiant silence, where starlight becomes comfort and the universe hums low and far. Sleep now, with galaxies wrapped around your thoughts, and rise tomorrow with the peace of knowing that somewhere, high above, the stars still wait, shining, unseen, for another soul to wonder. Good night. And now, we close our journey with a breath softer than moonlight, a hush nestled at the edge of understanding, where knowledge yields to calm. At the end of these 100 starlit facts, it is not the data that lingers, but the mood they carried, the silence between the stars, the long sigh of time that wraps gently around all things. Sleep now in that softness, knowing the cosmos does not ask to be solved, only felt. Let the stars whisper behind your lids. Let your breath mirror their patience. The universe is still here, dark, steady, luminous. And as your sleep deepens, it will hold you, carry you, and wait, always. Good night, dreamer. Rest in light, wrapped in sky. And here, beneath the final sigh of the stars, the dream concludes. 100 gentle truths have now drifted past your ears like whispered constellations, each one a lantern in the deep. The galaxy settles, your breath slows, and the night embraces all. No sound is needed now, only stillness, only warmth. The stars have spoken in silence, as they always do, and their lullaby carries on, even as your eyes gently close. Sleep now, tender and deep, held in the velvet of the cosmos. You are home within the universe's quiet song. Good night, until the next journey begins, in starlight once more. Thank you for drifting so far with us, dear listener, through ancient fires and newborn embers, through stars that breathe and others that barely flicker. We've shared a celestial lullaby woven not just from facts, but from the feeling of sky. You've traveled without moving, dreamed without sleeping, and now, as the tapestry draws closed, may all that remains be peace. Let tonight be your quiet orbit, and tomorrow your gentle return. Until the stars whisper again, let them keep your dreams in their soft, eternal light. Sleep deeply, sleep gently, and may your thoughts rise, whenever you need them, with the stars. Now, let this final moment stand quietly, like a lighthouse that remains long after the fog has passed. The stars are no longer facts or figures, but memories, moods, and the soft drift of thought. All journeys must rest, and this one, held between starlight and silence, ends here. The cosmos requires nothing more from you, no attention, no understanding, only your presence beneath its quiet arc. So close your eyes at last, not to leave the stars behind, but to carry them inside you. 100 truths, 100 dreams, now dissolved into the stillness. Sleep well, beloved traveler. The universe has folded you gently into its quiet, eternal embrace. Good night. And with this single breath of farewell nestled in starlight, we reach the final note in our melodic journey through the cosmos. The stars have not only illuminated the sky tonight, but something inside you as well, something quiet, something gentle, something eternal. Let all you've heard drift weightlessly now, like dust on the edge of dawn, fading not into forgetting but into peace. The universe is still there, endlessly expanding, endlessly turning. But for now, your story pauses with it. Rest softly, suspended like a dream in orbit, and trust that the stars will keep their vigil over your slumber always, until another night calls us skyward once more. Good night. So now, the universe grows still. The final echo of this starlit symphony fades into silence, not as an end, but as a gentle pause. You've walked with nebulae and danced with light, heard the heartbeat of pulsars and the hush of ancient births. In this quiet close, remember beneath science lies wonder, and within every fact, a feeling. Let the stars cradle you now, not in data, but in calm. 100 lights have flickered softly to life between your thoughts, and now they dim into dream. The sky above holds its breath, and so may you, wrapped in the hush of space, suspended in time. Sleep now, dear soul of the cosmos. The journey is done, and the stars remain. And so, beneath the sky brushed in silence and layered with time, the last glow fades gently into the dark. You have wandered through a universe of light, bathed in 100 soft truths, and now you rest, afloat in the stillness of it all. Let the stars become part of your breath, part of your dreams' quiet embers stitched into the fabric of sleep. The cosmos will continue its lullaby beyond this moment, and you may always return. Until then, close your eyes in peace, knowing that the universe, vast and eternal, holds you softly within its song. Sleep well, stargazer. Good night. And with all words spoken, and every glimmer tucked softly into silence, we turn gently from the stars and back to ourselves. What remains now is not a fact, but the feeling, the slow rhythm of the universe mirrored in your breath, the hush of space folded into your sleep. The sky will be waiting when you wake, its light unchanged, its truths still softly echoing. And until then, may you float within this stillness, dream cradled by nebulae, thought lit gently by distant suns. The journey has ended, the night has embraced you, and the stars, quiet, kind, eternal, will keep watch. Sleep now, wrapped in wonder. Good night. And now, quietly, we leave behind the soaring arcs and gentle truths of our journey, resting in the glow of everything the stars have shared. Their light has carried us across eons into stillness, from ancient beginnings to soft endings, their stories now folded into the hush surrounding you. Let the sound of your breath be gentle, your thoughts steady, suspended like a feather in the calm of space. The cosmos needs no goodbye, only this moment of peace, where nothing more is asked, and all things drift toward rest. Sleep now, beneath the endless sky, hand in hand with starlight. You have wandered well, you are home. Good night. And so, with the final hush falling like dew upon this long celestial path, our voyage closes at last. You've swayed gently through galaxies and lingered in the breath between stars, listening not just with ears, but with stillness. This final whisper is not only an end, but a promise that whenever you return to the glow of the skies, they will be waiting, ancient and unchanged, ready to cradle you again in wonder. For now, gather all that quiet within. Let your breath mirror the slow turning of the cosmos, and your dreams unfold like constellations waiting to be named. Sleep safely beneath the ever-watching night, starlit and timeless. Good night, lovely soul. The universe will hold your place. And here, with the final echoes of cosmic light hushed around you, we conclude our soft odyssey among the stars. 100 truths have gently lit the night, not to awaken, but to soothe, to guide your thoughts, not outward, but inward toward quietude. As the last whispers dissolve into sleep, let starlight still hover at the edges of your dreams, There is no more to seek, only to feel, only to drift. The cosmos, patient and enduring, will hold all its wonders for another night. For now, follow the rhythm of your breath, slow and smooth, into the deep cradle of rest. Good night, dearest traveler. May your dreams be wrapped in galaxies and your heart held softly by the stars. And in this final breath of night, the stars pull their stories gently back into the silence. Their light becomes memory, their motion a rhythm buried beneath your thoughts. You have wandered far through color and pulse, through silence and age, and now the tale folds closed like a map pressed smooth in the dark. The sky remains, unchanged, and you, softened by all you've heard, carry it now within you. Nothing more speaks. Nothing more is needed. Just stillness, just sleep. The stars will wait, the night will hold, and you, dreamer in the galaxy's embrace, are home. Good night. And so, dear traveler of light and thought, with one final whisper beneath the stars, this journey dissolves into rest. The facts have been folded into dreams, the sky dimmed into peace, and all that remains is the soft echo of wonder settled within you. Let your breath follow the slow turn of galaxies, and your heart drift gently with the rhythm of a universe that asks for nothing, yet offers everything. This is the end, and it is only a beginning too for the stars. Forever burning far above, will always be here, quietly waiting to carry you once more beyond the veil of sleep. Good night, sleep well, and may your dreams shine softly, guided by the music of the stars. And now, with the final gleam fading gently into the cosmic hush, we close this journey not as an end, but as a continuation of wonder resting quietly in your breath. The stars have guided us with softness, not through destination, but through presence, an endless thread that wraps through time, through silence, through you. Let this last fragment of night remain with you like a soft imprint, a tender echo you can return to whenever the world grows loud. There is only calm now, only the slow breath of the universe, still turning, still waiting. Sleep deeply, held within its vast embrace, beneath a sky that hums forever with light and lullabies. Good night. And so, with this last star set gently upon the pillow of night, let us close the storybook sky, knowing its pages stretch further than sight, deeper than time. The universe, vast and patient, holds its truths not only in brilliance, but in stillness, in every pause, every breath, every flickering thought that rises just before sleep. You have been cradled tonight by facts sown from fire and silence, from forgotten echoes and radiant births. Let them rest with you now. Let your dreams drift light as moonlit snow, wrapped in cosmic memory. Sleep peacefully under this ever-turning vault of stars. Their glow remains, just as you are small, infinite, and softly seen. Good night. And now, dear soul adrift in sleep, we leave the stars to their silence. Their light measured in centuries, in stories, in all the things they never speak, continues its journey above your quiet breath. You have listened, not with ears alone, but with the dreaming part of you that floats between waking and wonder. Let that part stay gently adrift, protected by time, cradled in calm. All that remains is stillness, unbroken and kind, where even stars take pause. This is the ending not of the cosmos, but of this evening's song. Good night, softly and forever. Sleep wraps you now, just as the sky wraps its stars, endless, absolute, and at peace. And with this final descent into stillness, let your breath become the quiet music of the night. The stars have spoken in soft tones made of fusion and distance, of gravity and grace, and now they fall silent, like a closing eyelid over the galaxy. You are part of them now, threaded by atoms forged in stellar hearts, entwined in thought with every flickering tale they told. Sleep beneath their promise, wrapped in light that traveled lifetimes just to reach you. In the hush that follows, may peace settle like stardust across your dreaming mind. The sky endures, the journey ends, and you, patient listener, rest at last where silence and wonder meet. Good night. And now, let sleep take the final watch. Let it draw over the starlit thoughts like calm tides over shorelines drained of sound. You have wandered through galaxies of knowledge and peace, and now the only light needed glows softly behind closed eyes. This final hush asks nothing of you, only rest, only breath. Beyond your dreams, the stars remain, patient and glimmering, their truths folded quiet for another night's voyage. So sleep, traveler, gently and without end, your heart beating in rhythm with the universe's slow, silken turning. All is still, all is well. Good night. And now, dear one, as your breath steadies and the hush deepens around you, let the stars slip quietly into your dreams. Their whispers are now part of you, woven into your rest like silver in darkness, soft and endless. The journey has reached its close, every light folded gently back into sky, every truth now a still companion at the edge of sleep. There is no more to gather, no question left to follow, only quiet, only peace. So close your eyes, held now by the same silence that cradles the stars. Good night, forever, under the vast and starlit hush. And with that final shimmer resting softly in your thoughts, the journey concludes beneath skies that never sleep. From the first flicker of ancient starlight to this last whisper of calm, every word has carried you closer to peace, to stillness, to the heart of wonder itself. Drift now, not away from the cosmos, but deeper into its embrace, where silence hums and dreams dissolve like mist into the infinite dark. You are part of it, always have been a drifting light in a sky full of stories. And so we end, not in farewell, but in hush. Sleep gently, beloved wanderer. The stars will wait.